my kitchen. My name is Sherry, and today we're going to be making a baked cream cheese appetizer for our super simple Saturday recipe. That is a mouthful. Anyway, before I start, if this is your first time here, you love food, you love fun, you love super simple recipes, go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss anything new. All right, so if you've been watching for a while, I've been trying to come up with a different theme for each day of the week. And so Saturday I decided was going to be Super Simple Saturday. And although I found a name for the day of the week, I did not find a recipe that I want to do. I couldn't really think of any. And I know I have a ton. I just really couldn't think of anything. And I thought, I'm going to go in there and dig out some of my old recipe books and kind of go through them. So I ran across this one that is really, well, it's from the 80s, so it's pretty old. It's a Philadelphia cream cheese cookbook, and I found this recipe for baked cream cheese appetizer. So basically it's croissant rolls wrapped around cream cheese, and I thought this looked really interesting because a few months back I did a baked camembert and puff pastry that I thought was going to be fabulous, but I really had never had camembert. I'd only had brie, and I thought it must taste similar to that, and I don't remember hating brie, but I didn't remember liking it either. Anyway, long story short, I ended up spitting it out on camera. I made a mess of the puff pastry. I mean, it was just a disaster of a video, but anyway, if you want to check that out, I'll post it right here. So this, I think, is more my style. It's cream cheese, and it is super simple, hopefully. So it says, we're just going to go right according to the directions. It says a 4-ounce can of croissants. I have an 8-ounce, so I guess we're going to use half of this. And then I will just use the rest to make regular croissants. And it says to do this on a floured surface, but I'm going to bake it right on here. And nothing usually sticks to this, so this is my pizza stone. So we're just going to try it on there. Save ourselves a little bit of time. So it says to roll this out into a 12 by 4. I guess that's right. 12 by 4. That looks about like a foot. That looks about like 4 inches. I guess that's right. Okay. I'm going to grab my little baker's roller here. See if we can kind of pinch these seams together. Is that what it says to do? Pinch the seams together? Yes. Press seams together to form a 12 by 4 inch rectangle. Okay. And then, did I get those really good? Sometimes you really got to press these seams together well. I feel like this cream cheese is going to be a little bit wider than this, that we need to roll this out some. Okay. So, our block of cream cheese. Now, it does call for an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, which is what I have here. Still seems like I need more bread around this, but we'll see, I guess. And then this one says it calls for half a teaspoon of dill weed. But in the bottom it says variations. You could use rosemary and paprika. And that's all it says. So I thought I had some fresh rosemary left over. I thought that's what I'm going to use. See if I can get this out of here without making a mess. I'll tell you one thing I've always noticed. If you buy the Philly brand versus, you know, just your Aldi brand or Walmart brand or whatever, I feel like it's always easier to get out of the package for some reason. Am I supposed to put this in the middle or on the edge? I feel like it'd be prettier if it's there, but I feel like it might be easier to do if it's in the middle. I don't know. I'm going to leave it over here. You can definitely tell this is the first time I've made this, right? So it said rosemary, and I actually have a rosemary herb seasoning from Pampered Chef, so I'm just going to put a little bit of that on there. And then I had a little bit of fresh rosemary that I kind of chopped up. So we're going to put a little bit of that on there. And it says rosemary and paprika. So a little bit of rosemary. Hopefully I don't ruin it with this color. Oh, it's kind of like Christmas. It's red and green. And then it says to kind of press this down in here. And then I think we're supposed to turn this over. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Place cream cheese dill side down in center of dough. Oh, it tells me right there where to put it. Right there in the center. Okay, and then we're supposed to sprinkle a little more on top. Yeah, I didn't even read this before I decided to do a video on it. I just thought I would I want to do it along with you guys. All right, a little bit more rosemary and a little bit of paprika again. Uh-oh. That's a lot of paprika. Hold on, we'll just blow some of this off in the sink. It's just going to be me eating it, so that's okay if I blew on it. A little more on the edge. I don't know. Paprika has kind of a sweet, really smoky flavor to it, so I don't think it's going to be like overpowering or anything. Okay, and then it says to bring the sides of the dough together, pressing edges to seal. Well, maybe we should use the floured surface. I might actually even like that little fold on top. We'll see. We'll see. All right, press the seams together. Better not try to lift this whole thing up off of here. I'm hoping my cream cheese doesn't just like bake and come out the sides. You know, it always takes a couple of times of doing something. That side looks pretty sealed though. Okay. We'll see what happens. Then it says to brush it with some egg yolk. Got my little Pampered Chef brush here. This is really cool because it has this hook on here so you can hook it right on the edge of your pan. If you've ever had to dig a brush out of the bottom of the pan and it's all hot and depending on what's in there, sometimes slimy or whatever, it doesn't happen with this brush. I feel like a painter. Okay, so this is going to go in the oven 350 degrees for, it says 15 to 18 minutes. All right, cross your fingers, wish me luck. Well, I gotta say, I'm rather impressed. I am. I almost forgot about the extra croissants. So I just rolled those up real quick and I sprinkled some rosemary on those as well. But you know what? I think before I cut into this, I think I'm going to try to photograph it first. It might be prettier this way. Once I cut into it, I might destroy it. So I'm going to photograph it and then we'll come back and we'll give it a taste. Okay, all done photographing. I will say I think it photographed better before I cut it in half. You know, it's not like mozzarella where you can get that money shot, you know, with the ooey gooey cheese. And I'm not sure that it was done all the way. So you put the egg yolk on top and then that's what helps it to kind of give it that golden color on top. So I think I may have thought it was done before its time. It is done up here, but the bottom is still a little bit, you know, not quite as done as I would like. And the cheese, it was warm all the way through, but it just seemed like maybe I could have left it in a few more minutes. So anyway, it is time for a taste test. Make sure I get a little bit of paprika in there. I need some water. That's really good though. It's really good. You could use any kind of seasonings on this, but I really do like the rosemary. And I probably ought to try to get a little bite of the crust here. But again, I'm not sure that it's done all the way. It's not bad, but I still think it could have been left in a few minutes longer. Matter of fact, I might bake it a little bit. So it said 15 to 18 minutes. I did it 15 minutes. I might bake it for about 10 minutes and then put the egg yolk on next time and then put it back in there. But overall, I think it's really good. And I think you could do like a sweet one also, in addition to savory. Like if you want to put some cinnamon, you know, in there instead, especially if you're going to serve it with the fruit. I think it's really good though. And I think it kind of is impressive for just, you know, the few ingredients that it is and a little bit of time that it takes. So anyway, you give it a try. Let me know what you guys think about this one. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.